Okay, guys, business as usual. 33rd meeting in the movie group. Usually when something is, that I think you guys are gonna be excited about. You guys hear me okay over there? I put a star next to it. I put a star on the whole meeting today. It's just, got some good stuff here. So, let me go through the filming first. Today, we're just business as usual, we're gonna film the meeting. Normal stuff. Next week, we're gonna film all of us individually during the meeting. We'll sit down here, hopefully we can see the golf course. Everybody can talk about the project, everybody. The third week, we're gonna do a show, the show format. It's gonna be quiet, controlled, just us probably, other people. And the reason being, we're gonna get to see how the group looks. We're gonna get to see how everybody looks individually before we go in and do that first show. And after that, we'll look back at all of that and, like we've been talking about for a while, we'll see if we like it, we'll see how we all feel, and we'll go from there. That's gonna be like the first little section. The next 3 weeks, we'll put it together and we'll look back, and obviously we'll have a meeting and we'll see if we like Paul and if Paul likes us, and this is like we're gonna date here for a few weeks with you, Paul. Okay? Okay. So,
The camera adds 10 pounds to me, and my fucking chair will break underneath.
these are all
me.
things we're gonna find out. The filming is basically, what are we gonna use it for? We could end up using this footage for a documentary, for the website, to show to producers, to show to networks, show to funding. I'm gonna get in that, and so it's valuable footage. Putting our individual videos, everybody that wants to, on the website, putting a meeting on the website, and having this stuff that we're gonna have for the next 3 weeks is gonna be incredible. There's another thing, I'm just gonna throw it out there today, maybe we'll get into it next week. There's a commercial concept I'm looking at. Very interesting. I'm gonna just call it a commercial concept for now. The Bobby situation. Bobby's leaving like early June. So gonna have to start thinking about how we're gonna deal with that. I got something I'm looking at. He kind of opened the door at last week's meeting. He said something, like, plan's not in stone, if something, we'll see. Huh?
It's not in stone.
No, I know, and I'm working on a few things that could,
I'm retired.
yeah, we're not gonna get into that today, but I might have an idea. Something that might happen the next couple of weeks might be able for us to do something where we can get around that. Either way, we'll get around it. I don't wanna just go up and do a show up where he's gonna be. That'd be nice, we could do that, that'll be great. I wanna have him more involved, and we'll figure that out. So that's basically the film part of the meeting. Yesterday, I met Bobby for lunch. Couple things we're working on. Bobby helps me with the funding. For those of you who don't know, I got a call last week. I'm getting the screenplay for the movie deal. I think most of these guys know. I'm getting it back in about 10 days. Since last Wednesday, Thursday, I'm getting calls around the clock. I'm on the phone. What did that look like? What was the doctor's name? What was that person's name? What were you thinking of? What were the surroundings at Yonkers Raceway that night? And endless scenes. I'm learning a lot about screenplays. There's 3 acts, and there can be anywhere from 20 to 60 scenes. My writers, our writers, co-writers, in a screenplay. So I am literally getting it. It's coming into my email as it's going to be done. So you guys remember the history. I know he does, that's for sure. People who are waiting for it and stuff like that. So what am I doing now? I'm trying to line up a buyer for the movie deal. And I put a side note here. The movie deal, anything happens with the movie deal is good for all of us. It's incredible for all of us. It adds value to what we're doing. Pretty much how I think this is going to go down is going to make a deal for the movie deal and basically tell the person, we've got 10 projects. We've got one in particular that's on the runway right now that's it's unbelievable with the club. We'll bring you everything, give you first look at it, you know, you buy the movie deal. So whether you buy the rights to the story, whether you buy the concept, whether you buy the screenplay, it's very good for us. It's gonna open up, we're gonna get to the last part of this meeting tonight, it's game changer, but it will be a game changer for everything that we're doing, be incredible, just selling the movie deal. So, that's, with that, so we had lunch with that, we're working on something else, funding related. I'm gonna bring in some agents, one in particular from New York, might even bring them down here. And they're gonna work on raising the money. I was actually an agent for Wing Victory Films, John Corso's company, De Niro, the whole thing with the Tuskegee Airmen, that's what I was doing. I was bringing in people, very wealthy people, trying to place them with the company, get them to invest in a Robert De Niro film. And you guys that read The Treatment know De Niro sent me to California to meet with Ari Shankar to do Chariots of Fire, to try and get him to fund, direct, and produce, and get involved. So I'm going to bring in some agents. I had my weekly meeting with Eric yesterday. It's like Eric and Bobby all day beat me to everything I was going to say. That to me, I call that confirmation. If you're thinking about something and then somebody says it, they were just reading my mind all day. And if Mike was there, Mike would have been reading my mind all day yesterday. So that's good news. So what I've been dealing with related to the book, we're about 3 to 4 weeks behind in the book. I know you guys are waiting. The filming, finding someone like him, it took a lot of time to find somebody I was comfortable with. This thing now with the screenplay, getting all these phone calls and working on the funding. So we did secure the funding to pay for the filming ongoing. So, and even as it expands. So I've been getting things done. It's just, and the other problem with the book, I have 2 chapters sitting there that I actually wrote at his house last summer. I'm tweaking it. Remember, Cheryl, how we work? We're not just going to fill anything. We're not going to put one word unless it's right. It's got to be good. That's going to be one of our reputations. We're not going to half-ass anything. We're going to just, even if it takes longer, those first chapters are really important. So that's what's going on with the book. That's that stuff. One more funding thing. Well, first, so you bring in these agents. How does it work? Going to set up a meeting, another meeting. Bobby's already committed. Me, Bobby, and somebody else, and maybe this guy from New York. Some of it will be Zoom stuff. We're going to meet at least once a week and work on the funding together. Got somebody I think is going to come in and take over. So we got the movie group. This is going to be the funding wing. Ideally, what we're working towards is I can just write. If I can just write, I think I can make us all $100 million. And not too long of a time.
So you're talking funding for the platform, the club, or all of the above?
Right now, just the club.
Okay.
Right now, no. That group is going to be attached to us right now. This is our priority right now. I had no idea I'd get hit with. I didn't think I'd have a screenplay for a while. The more I think about it, it's good news. Like I spoke to some of you individually already. It's great for all of us. Anything good that happens with the movie deal is going to flow to us in every way possible. It's just going to be good for us. So that answer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So this thing we're going to do, we're going to give the guy a commission. We're going to put a team together. I've done this before and other things. You bring in people, they're an agent, producer, whatever it is. They start off as an agent, they can end up being a producer. So now they're attached to the group. You know, they're working with the team, let them work on the funding. Something else I spent a lot of time the last couple of months was finding the right platform. And I needed it to be foreign and U.S. where we can put on, and it's beyond. So basically, I pulled the trigger on that yesterday. I gave Eric the okay to do that, pay for that. This platform, it's foreign, it's Florida, it's the U.S. We're going to have a scrolling ad on this platform, and I got a feeling it's going to be a game changer. So, you know, we put that to rest finally yesterday. Finding someone after doing a lot of research, talking to a lot of people, come in this early stage anyway, help with the filming. So that really covers that section of the meeting, and you know, when me, Bobby, and this third person, or even if it's just me and Bobby and other people I'm gonna bring in from around the country, might not be here meeting with us, we're gonna work on stuff together, putting deals together, sponsors. I told you I wanna get the private charter sponsor, there's a couple other sponsors I'm looking that would tie in with what we're doing. So, you know, that's part of the updates. And on that note, and I'm almost done. I saved the best thing for last. I got something really good for last. But tomorrow, basically, going into tomorrow, I'm going to reach out, because you guys last week said it was okay. I'm going to reach out to the Green Book group. Let them know that I've got the screenplay coming for the movie deal. But I want to tell you about something else, that whole group. I want to talk to them. I'm going to talk to Ralph Cooper from NBC probably Wednesday, or my guy that set the first meeting up with me and him. I'm going to tell him for the first time about the club Wednesday. I have a list. For some reason, you've been on my mind. At some point, I want you to see this list because I know you would find it fascinating. What I had to go through to get this list. It's film companies. Buy and sell films, develop projects, fund projects. They're connected to everything, funding, directors, producers, international as well. I'm going to reach out. I've got about 10 of them that I want to talk to about the project. So this is how it goes. Once this starts happening, anything is possible. Bobby and I were talking about this. Once that, anything is possible. And I am so confident in this project. So basically what I'm going to be doing Wednesday is splitting my time, now that I've gotten a couple of these other things squared away, get these guys the first 2 chapters, and then I'll spend the rest of my day going down that list. I put down New York contacts too. I have like 6 good contacts that are director producers. I've told you guys all about it a million times. So last week you guys said it was okay, so we're gonna start talking to them and see, and we'll go from there. And we got the Jimmy Painter situation.
Called them again yesterday.
We're trying to set up a 3rd call. I've dealt with a lot of people like them. They get back to you. They always get back to you, and a lot of different things I was involved in. He buys screenplays. We're gonna give him probably first shot. Buy the movie deal. Here's one. He said, he asked if it wasn't too late to get involved, and he also had said, you know what? Also, the club, the new project, not only do I want to invest in that project, I'm going to put you guys together with somebody that will either fund what you're looking to do or buy the whole thing of us. So we got a lot of stuff going on. So basically, I'm already planning Wednesday, making a call list, who I'll be calling Wednesday. But I want to prioritize getting the 2 chapters back together. I was advised to do a screenplay. Really, you know, I have a couple good advisors in the industry. One in particular. Might be better to do this. I said, you know what, I've been promising these guys, we're going to have a book in our hand. We've got people working on it. We're all set up. I got the first 2 chapters there. Truth is, you can take a book, give it to somebody that can do a screenplay. It's actually better you give them a screenplay and they can go do the book from the screenplay. But we'll have eventually we're going to have a screenplay for the club too. It's become important. So unless somebody.
But even like the meeting we had yesterday, takes a little heat off of John where he can be his creative person to write what he needs to write, and then the other person that we're going to meet with and do the, you know, funding, try and get some funding. And I got the most time of anybody. That my golf game sucks, so it doesn't make it better. I could drop of a hat and just go and do it, and mostly I only got like 4 or 5 weeks left anyway. But if he could do some writing and do what he does creatively better than worrying about funding, you know what I mean? I could take a little heat off of that.
Here's something I'm wondering about. I'm not saying I'm concerned, but I'm wondering. Like when we first talked to Jimmy Painter, said, I love this idea, but I'm not going to share it with the people I'm meeting with in LA because they'll steal it.
3 out of the 6. 3 out of the 6 he would share with, the other 3 he was comfortable with.
So, you know, you're talking about sharing the idea with different funding people that are in the industry.
Mm.
It's like, are you concerned about that they could just take it out from underneath us?
You know, we have the copyright, and no, I'm not. I'm not. I'm not. Certain people. I'm not just randomly going. You know, like these film. I'm
Well,
gonna.
yeah, I mean, I know it's
I
people you
did
have
this-
a relationship with.
I did this
Right,
before in the
exactly.
movie deal. Even people that don't have this. You go a certain way. You tell them, like Painter said, that's what he's going to do. I'll give them enough, right, Bobby? Not going to give them everything, but I'll give them a quick snap of what we're doing.
See,
And-
Jimmy Painter, Jimmy's been my friend a long time, and if you don't stay on top of Jimmy, he's got so much stuff going on
Right.
that this is like minute to what he's doing, because he deals in millions and millions of dollars of shit that he does with his hedge fund stuff.
Mhm.
So I got to keep staying on top of him and try and get his connections that might help us. But he definitely said, do not tell him what you're doing until you sit down. And he even said he would sign like a NDA or
Yeah,
whatever,
yeah.
Mhm. Right.
non-disclosure agreement, you know.
Yeah.
And he says, because these guys are vultures, they'll eat your shit up.
Well, here's why I brought it up. There's two things that happened in the last 24 hours that I wanted to bring up today. And the first of them, well, I'll go with the second one. Second one, I saw in the news today that Netflix was supposed to have, they had a deal with
They're losing money, too.
Meghan Markle and Prince, whichever prince it is. Harry?
Harry.
Okay. And they were supposed to do a series or something, and it fell through because it had got too expensive. Well, yesterday, Kat was listening to a podcast or something, and one of the guys, podcasters she likes, and there was someone on that was an executive from Netflix, and he said, you know, we're looking for great ideas that are low budget. And he said, we're looking for the next few reality shows because those are low budget. And I thought, that happened, I thought it was a great idea. And then it's like, it exactly happened at the Markle thing. It's like, oh, we got someone, you know, anything that's going to be high budget, they're backing away from.
They're losing money.
This
They're
sounds,
losing tons of money.
this sounds like an opportunity. Well, they're not actually. They're not losing money. And this is, to me, I'm going to go on a soapbox here.
That's okay.
This is, you know, the new reality in corporate America. Netflix is absolutely not losing money. They're just not making as much as they were. And so their stock is tanking because that's the way it is. You can be the most profitable fucking company in the world, which a couple years ago was Apple, and their revenue was projected to go up by only 2%, and their stock went way down. It's like, you're the most profitable company in the world, and you're still going up, but all anyone cares about is increase in revenue. So Netflix is not hurting at all. They're still making a ton of money. They're just not making as much as they were.
Well, that's like any corporation. They have projections of what they want to make, and they
Yeah.
don't make it.
And
But
so
they
it-
still
it-
make money, but
It just struck me as like,
They
this
didn't
is
meet their
this is the
projection.
potential opportunity.
Oh, yeah.
They are looking for exactly what we're talking about, something that would not be high budget, but that would be new and different.
so who's the podcast guy that she likes?
Well, I know she listens to Rob Lowe all the time. It was probably Rob Lowe.
Because we'd have to try and find somebody from Netflix that we could talk to.
Yeah.
And I don't even know where they're located at. I have
Well,
no
I mean,
idea.
I'm sure she's got the podcast saved on her phone, so.
I'm sure it's in California,
Rob,
not
yeah.
Netflix.
Keep in mind, Rumble's corporate office is here. And around the corner, the Trump Media Group. But his guy, he is approved to provide content for the Trump, his group or whatever, for the Trump Media Group. So, and we have them both right down here. Content is like real estate in Heron Creek right now, okay? Patty, Mark told me what he thinks your house is worth. Wow. Where's,
What is that? You got them by the balls?
I've been telling you guys from day one what I'm fascinated with and what I have a lot of knowledge on, and I got a major contact, foreign platforms.
Yeah.
The book, multiple languages. The content, our show, multiple languages. This thing doesn't even have to touch ground here, I'm telling you.
Mhm.
Where I would like to take it. Even when you get the book, you know, everything is in foreign platforms. And I found a good financial platform. I got a feeling they're gonna lead us to a lot of other stuff. So, This is the last thing I tell you guys to get you guys excited, and then we'll go around, ask everybody what they think about tonight's meeting, any questions or anything. Game changer. I've been involved in a few things. The game changer. Bobby and I were talking about this yesterday. One little game changer. It could be over. It could just set off. It can open this door. Even the money part. You can do that. Make a deal with somebody with the movie deal. We bring them 10 projects. We have 10 projects. They're incredible. Okay? That's something you should never forget about. Make that type of deal. Selling the movie deal is a game changer. This new platform, somebody even putting up not a lot of money into the company, buying shares. We still have $1.6 million in shares to do all these things that we want to do. We want to do the show. We want to do the book. We want to do a screenplay. We want to do a documentary. I want to get us into documentaries because they're inexpensive to make, but they bring back the same return distribution like a movie. So we've got incredible documentaries here. The Club, the movie group, the movie deal. Something's going to happen. I don't know if it's going to be tonight, tomorrow, 2 months from now. Working on a lot of stuff, and like I said, come tomorrow morning, I'm going to bring in a lot more stuff. We're going to work together. We're going to get other people involved. So, and I think I explained why we did the filming this way. I already did that part. So that's it on my end. We'll start with you tonight. Tell me what you think about this next 3-week format that I laid out with the filming, and anything else related to tonight's meeting or anything else you have any thoughts or anything on?
Not too many thoughts. I mean, it's great to finally get the filming going.
Yeah.
You know, start this next step in the process of getting this ball rolling, so to speak.
Okay. Okay. Gotcha. How you feeling? You coming down with anything? Your voice sounds a little off.
Yeah, I woke up this morning with
I could tell.
sinuses or
How well do I know my friends?
allergies
I
or
can
something.
tell your voices.
I'm just not feeling right.
Thanks.
Not COVID or anything like that, obviously. Just
Oh, yeah, that's
allergies.
You got the COVID?
No, allergies or sinuses.
Anybody need anything?
Yeah.
Fucking
Yeah.
You want something to drink?
Hey, Mike.
Some hand
Mind you,
sanitizer.
No headache, no
Fucking
symptoms.
mask,
No symptoms.
a plexiglass the wall.
You never sit next to me. You had to sit next to me.
I need
You don't
more
like me, do you?
alcohol. I need more alcohol on the inside to make me healthy.
Weed.
Bobby?
One can't have
Alcohol
sinuses
kills,
anymore.
Jim.
Well, I just text Jimmy again,
Okay.
and, you know, I told him we're filming, see if he can give us a call and get his opinion on what he thought about, you know, everything that we sent him.
So you guys, you haven't heard from him since we talked to him at the meeting? Okay.
Well,
Jimmy,
Well, I mean, I know, that's not an indictment, I know he's busy as hell, it just
well,
does ask.
you know what I mean, I love the guy, but if you don't stay on top of Jimmy, I mean, I've gone months without talking to him and calling him up and stuff like that.
Yeah,
He's got more moves than Jello. You know what I mean? He's shaking and baking, trying to make millions of dollars, which he does.
hold on 1 second. Girls, his friend Jimmy, we've had a couple calls. He brokers these deals with producers to fund films. He buys screenplays. We had an incredible call. He loved both projects. He actually went out to California and spoke to 3 producers about both projects. So that's, go ahead, Bobby, on the meeting.
Yeah, you know, it was a good meeting. He liked the idea that we had, and he was going out to meet these guys out in LA that are producers or whatever they are. And I texted him back, you know, what did you think? He didn't call me back, but that I love him to death, but that's Jimmy. I mean, we would go and play in a golf tournament and call him up, and he'd just show up. You know what I mean? Where are you, Jimmy? He'd just pop up.
He called you on Easter morning and said, I want to
Yeah.
try, and he called you the Friday before Easter.
He's a great guy, and hopefully he can help us and to get some leads, and that's exactly what we need
Yeah.
is leads. And I think Netflix, like they're always looking. I seen shit on Netflix that sucked.
Yeah, that's what it
You know what I mean?
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, yeah.
Cat watched this thing binged in the last week, and every time she watched, she apologized to me. She goes, "I know this is fucking stupid. It was like it's called the ultimatum, where like couples where they've been together for a while, and one of them wants to get married and the other doesn't. They come on the show and they give them an ultimatum, and then they bring in a bunch of hotties to try to seduce them. It's like
Janice watches
They're paying-
LMN.
they're paying
you know
for
what I
that
mean?
shit.
Everybody has cancer and they're killing their husbands or some shit.
Oh,
And
On
they're
that
on,
note-
and they're on TV all the time.
Ray, you're up.
Yeah.
I don't even know what to say. I'm taking.
The meeting.
Oh, okay, I'm back there.
Any-
I'm looking forward to like reenacting and listening to the stories and having it on camera and
Good. You having fun?
of course
Good. Anything else?
alcohol and my friends. I always have fun.
You like the way we set up this? We've been working
Yeah.
on it for weeks as far as what we're doing with Paul over the next couple of weeks. Do you like that?
Yes, I do. I do.
The real boss.
I
That
think
That
was
was
the
me.
boss.
That
I
was me.
think that fucking
Back to me.
that koozie
That's
right
you.
there
Back
is
to
a
me.
fucking game changer.
I was gonna put on the group chat.
Why don't you turn that thing
Yeah,
around
yeah,
a
turn
little?
it.
I think that's a game
there you
changer.
go.
I love that.
Fucking
He's a marketing guru.
Paul, can you zoom in on
Her
Deanna's
tits?
shirt?
No, not a
The
tit.
logo?
All those-
You get Dave got one too.
Dave's got one.
Yeah, but I don't have her tits, so
That is
you ain't
true.
gonna zoom in on mine.
In your head?
No one wants to see my man boobs.
Paul, remember what I said about CNN? You promised me. I don't wanna wake up tomorrow. Find out I'm joining the Foreign Legion at dinner time.
I thought you were already in it.
Not yet. It's close, not yet.
But no, I'm looking forward to just get things rolling. Just
I know you are.
get things happening and see how all this looks and see how it edits out. Are we gonna need a horseshoe table? Are we gonna need
L shape maybe, or should
our own office?
It looked like the Last Supper. No, this is no good. All I got is a back. So y'all sit down.
Are we gonna need a penthouse somewhere to do this from? Something like that.
Oh, this guy always reads my mind, I'm telling you. That's
And
it.
if we got a penthouse, Pikey, you know, we'll be playing up there.
Oh man.
Get hip and up.
What?
There's some whores.
Oh, speaking of that.
There's some whores in this house.
Do you know that it's the mayor of Houston or something like that invited
Carly B?
Megan Thee Stallion it's Megan Thee Stallion Day, and he's actually pictured with this frickin'
Who is she? Oh, that's the other
That's the
one?
WAP. No, that's the one who frickin'
I thought that was Carly B.
Megan Thee Stallion's the girl that actually's in
The
it
other
with
girl?
her.
There's two.
Yeah.
of them.
Oh, I thought that
But
was
there
like
is
a
a Megan
wrestler.
Thee Stallion
That's
Day.
my
That was like a
favorite song.
wrestler or something.
No, she's she's a raunchy
I don't
singer.
cook, I don't clean.
Mike,
But anyways, no, I think that getting this going is important. It's really important. So
okay.
I think we're on the right track now.
What do you think about the idea to put a team together? Agents, even a small team, and let them start working for the team?
Yeah, I think I don't see a problem with that at all. I think any feelers to get things
Could be a man or a woman, I don't care.
I mean, just to get some things catapulted, just
Yeah.
But the
I
more
think
people
it-
we get on our team that know shit,
Yeah.
the better off we are.
Truth is, I look at it like other stuff I've been involved in. I already know where this is going. I told you, this is going to be incredible. I don't want to wait. There's a few things that I know I can make happen. But I want to keep moving the ball down the field on this level for a lot of reasons. Just don't want to wait for any one thing. And one little thing could happen where we don't have to do any more fundraising. You know, I don't have to work on that end of the business maybe ever again, or for a long time, at least until we launch the platform. You know what I mean? That's the way it is.
Yeah.
Somebody could step up and say, we're buying half the shares, go do the show. I mean, really, on a high level, do the show, you know? One sponsor overnight can change everything, so we're kind of, I tell these guys, we're in base camp, girls, and I'm looking up, what is it, Everest? I'm looking up and I'm like, not ready yet. Kind of thinking we're going to go that way, and we get up there, we're going to go, just trying to, this is just like the tip of the iceberg.
The other thing that I told Johnny yesterday at the meeting, I have a friend of mine, and it's a pretty cool story. He was a bar manager at a bar, and we used to, I was a caddy master at this country club, and I used to bring all the caddies there every Monday when we did an outing, and he would take care of us. We'd have pizzas and beers. He got fired. Christmas. So I used to go from New Jersey to Florida and caddy down in Florida at West Palm Beach and Loxahatchee Country Club. So he had nowhere to go. He had a pay, like a white garbage bag with all his belongings in it, and he stayed with us. He's writing a book right now. He worked at Trump National. He was a caddy master at Trump National. He was a caddy master at Matitaconk. He took my job when I left, and he's writing a book that's in production right now, Caddying for the Stars. We could get him to come. He could stay at my house. I get him to come here, and maybe the stories that he has
Yeah,
that had happened, it'd be awesome.
Yeah.
But he's gonna say, his book is in production right now, and he said it was in production, because he just sent me the information on it. But, I mean, and I told Johnny some of the stories about what happened at Matitaconk National, where he was the caddy master at. But he has more stories at Trump National that he had in New Jersey, Trump National Golf Course. He was a caddy master there. And he has pictures of him and Trump on a motorcycle. They had it in a caddy barn. Trump's motorcycle was in a caddy barn. But I mean, just the connections that we have, that this thing could grow, where we could bring him in.
That you have.
Well, we could bring him in, bring him in and have him do part of a show and just tell him what the stuff that he had.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And Jeff Bonnicky, I mean, Sea Oaks, I mean, it just, the things that we could get out of it, like even when we go to the World Am, you see how they do the what is it, Sirius XM radio, the PG8 radio station. They bring people up, Hank Haney and stuff like that. You get Johnny up there and tell him about the club.
Yeah.
And you got 3,000 people there. You know what I mean? If you get 10% of them that
Yeah.
are interested,
Yeah.
that's
true.
a home run.
Fuck yeah.
Getting back to the Trump motorcycle, you have that picture? I'd like
No,
to
I don't
superimpose
have
you
that
and Dave.
picture.
On the Trump motorcycle.
He was sitting backwards with a hat on. I don't know what he had.
He's not smart
Dave?
enough to work a motorcycle, no.
You're up, pal. How'd you like the meeting? Any questions, anything excite you about the meeting?
Yes.
This is normal stuff, girls. Every week, because we're not doing anything different this week. This is normal stuff.
I have no beer, first of all, which
I
is
got
bullshit. I think we'd all agree.
Here.
Thanks, Mikey. You're my savior. So we're talking about filming over the next couple of weeks.
Yeah. So Bobby goes away.
What about the Friday night party things? Are we talking about just filming our meetings, or are we still talking about doing a Friday night blast from Southwest Florida?
Oh, we're gonna do one of them in, not next week, the week after. It won't be a meeting. We're gonna,
Okay,
Do a party.
I'm gonna
Perfect.
ask these.
that's what I thought you said. I
Not
just
gonna
wanted
be
to
a par- I know,
clarify.
but not a party, a show.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, it's open to
Right.
discussion. I'm not making the decision for everybody. Ideally, when I mapped this out with Paul for this month, I figured that third shoot would be maybe his house, their house, or Beef O'Brady. I got another venue in Venice.
Okay.
Somebody's offered me a really, really nice house in Venice for like a long time. And maybe we go there and do it. I want to do a controlled, nice, easy, just us and these guys too. And go through and just go through a first one.
Okay.
We'll figure out we've got a lot of topics, a lot of chapters. We'll figure out what we want to do. We were with Fowler last night. I don't know if he's leaving like next
He's
month.
leaving.
He's not gonna, the time, I know his schedule, so he's out. We'll figure out a real good for that first easy. It's like a spring training game,
Yeah.
kind of like that. Walk through, but we'll have Paul come and we'll film it.
But I think what we should do, this is my opinion, I think what we should do is get that room in Beef O'Brady's
Yeah,
and invite certain people to come
We can
come
do
and
that.
see us.
we can do that.
You know what I mean?
And go back to what we were talking about originally. Have Dee and maybe Kat be hostesses, and
And videotape and have
Yeah.
Okay.
Paul
Yeah.
videotape it
A few extras.
when Well, you know, you invite people that are cool people, all the people that Patty and Cheryl hang out with. They're cool people, they're fun.
We could do something like that. I'm open to
You
anything.
know what I mean? And just everything is taken care of. You know, we go to Beef O'Brady's, it's on us. It's on the club. And just bring people here and have fun. And that's what we wanted to do from the beginning, was bring people together and have fun.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of why I
And
asked.
see,
because,
what we get out of it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We might get something out of it, we might not, but we gotta roll the dice and see what we get out of it, and just have a party. And I know you said we could do one at my house, one at Mikey's house, or whatever, but the whole thing is, if we go to Beef O'Brady's or here, we ain't gonna do shit, but have fun.
No, you're right. It's like going out to eat.
You
You're
know
right.
what I mean? We're gonna have fun.
well, I mean, that's why I brought it up, because I mean, I like what we're doing here, but we've had 33 meetings, and it's not like any of them are that different from the others, right? So there's
Right.
only so much we can get out of this.
Right.
So we need to branch out into, in
Get out
terms
there
of
and do it.
filming,
Yeah.
Next step.
do something.
Well, I just
that's the
thought
next
one
step.
show,
Mhm.
get the kinks out, walk through, but filming, so we have that footage. Give us
Right,
something good.
right, and I think that atmosphere is gonna be better.
Okay.
Just
I like
in-
the noise in the
general,
background. All right.
The
We'll-
background noise, just
We'll-
there's gonna be beer, wings,
Now,
this,
here's
that.
where we go to Beef O'Brady's, and we got Kat and Deanna walking up to people at the bar, and we're doing a show. Would you come in?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Hey, and what was your favorite thing you did on a golf course?
Yeah.
Well, what's the craziest shit you ever saw
hey,
on a golf
the
course?
guy may come in, so I've never golfed, well, tell him, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, exactly.
Beat it, jackass.
Go play golf and come back.
This ain't no Pac-Man movie, motherfucker.
Paul, is it difficult for you to get the girls? I wanted to hear their comments on the meeting and the project.
My extras, I meant.
Go ahead, Cheryl, you're first, then Patty. Talk about your experience so far with the team, the writing and the meetings and the whole thing.
It's all been great, and I do have a couple comments. though.
Okay.
The first was, I'm sure everybody's seen, now they're doing a series on, producing The Godfather. Has everybody seen that?
I saw
There's
it,
now
yeah.
it's gonna be a
I saw it.
series.
Yeah.
And I think that will really, be a good thing for the movie deal, because it's kind of like on the same concept, I think, you know, with making the movie. So I thought, you know, that's kind of fitting in, and, you know, it could be low budget, like we're saying, so. you
No,
know.
we ain't low budget.
Well, then, Bobby, so I
We
wanted to
have no
ask,
budget.
so which were you talking about? Well, what was your friend interested in? Was he interested in the movie deal or the club?
Both. He was interested, really, in the movie deal and the club, but
Okay,
like I said, we get Jimmy in the right frame of mind, boom, he'll do something, you know what I mean? I just know him.
okay,
He just bought my buddy's cigar company that we started in New Jersey, and he just bought half of that. He put in 50 grand.
if it moves them.
He's not
it goes.
broke.
Okay, so it's both projects, in other words, he's interested in kind of both projects.
Exactly.
Okay,
I'm trying
Just
to get him
curious.
to call me now, but he's probably.
I was just curious which way it was going with that, whether it was the movie deal or the club, but he's interested kind of in both, huh?
You never know what anyone is going to do.
Right,
Don't
you
know.
never know
can't
which way
predict
it's gonna
anything
go,
in the
huh?
entertainment. You just, I told these guys in the beginning, you're gonna get to a certain point where
Why am I flaking?
anything is possible.
I'm like flaking.
Anything else on the meeting, Cheryl?
Nope, I thought it was
You're
very
right.
efficient and everything.
You know, I think one of the most positive things for me that we heard from Jimmy is the fact that when we talked to him, he was going out to LA to meet with some producers for other stuff, and he literally told us, he said, I'm not going to pitch this to some of them because they'll steal it.
Right,
So, I mean, obviously that means that he thinks it's a good idea,
right.
that he was concerned about some of the LA people stealing it. So I felt like that was a really solid
Right, because you don't
development.
want to steal a bad idea.
Right.
Right, right. So, I don't know, this is Patty's first meeting.
Yeah, that's my first meeting, so
First
I'm
of all,
just
Patty,
kind of.
welcome.
All right, we gotta
Thank
get,
you.
hey,
Thank
hey
you.
Patty, come on, we gotta spank you, we gotta pat you.
Oh, no. My mom did enough of that when I was little.
He said that. He said that.
And you know what? It's on tape.
It's on.
Nice.
I'm teasing you,
Thanks
Bobby.
for the work you did on the treatment.
Oh, no problem. I'm looking forward to more. Today I'm just kind of like soaking it all in.
How'd you enjoy the meeting? Any questions?
No, I don't have any questions. I think I'm following along pretty well, and Cheryl, chimes in my
Closer in.
ear. Yep. So far, so good. Looking forward to more meetings.
Good, beautiful, great having you here. Anybody have anything related to this?
No, I want one of the shots.
Can you pause? Do we have any time
Beers,
left?
The baby beer shot.
Do you drink while you're working? And I say, no, I never drink while I'm working, but I do work while I'm drinking. And I mean, there's never a time when, like, if I'm sitting at home and I'm working and I'm by myself, it's like, I don't go and like have a few beers, I just don't. But there's a lot of times when I've been out and had like 7 or 8 beers and it's like, shit, I gotta work.
Yeah.
So I can do that, and it's some of my best work. I have to
Hey,
go over
where you
edit it.
from, where you from?
Originally Connecticut. Now I live in Venice.
You do a lot of weddings and stuff like that?
I do, weddings and corporate work.
That's what Mike and Deanna's daughter does. She's a photographer.
Yeah, I do photography too. I do like
Does
real
she,
estate.
does she do,
Not videography,
video?
just photography.
We have to get the format so I can send it.
Is it raining out there? Because it's
It's sure looking
the trees are blowing around like crazy.
I don't see, the sidewalk doesn't look wet.
Do you golf?
But it wasn't on.
Do you play
Open
tennis?
I haven't in a long time.
So what do you do exciting in Venice?
Oh, this one's the beach, right,
The
way
beach?
across.
Yeah.
This house.
Yeah.
You live on the island?
No,
We're still drying out our shit
Oh,
on
okay,
Friday.
yeah.
Cat's Cart was
Oh, so
out
you're
there when
close,
the storm
yeah.
came in, it was blowing sideways.
Cats.
I have 5 contracts.
We were Friday for the after the tournament.
Uh-huh.
We rented them out.
We still got
Oh,
stuff
yeah,
that's
yeah.
drying out, that's stinky from Friday.
Yeah.
Joey had something for us he wanted to bring out with these guys the last time. I promised you that, I want to give it to you.
Oh, thank you very much.
I'm sure you have it anyway on the computer, but now you
I
have
do.
the hard
But
copy.
it wasn't signed.
Hey, give me a little
Oh,
Yeah, well, fuck.
it's gonna be worth something.
Good.
I hope so.
bit.
Give a little
Can I do, is this a microphone?
Yeah, you're not supposed
Give
to
a
fuck
little
with that.
bit.
My girl,
Beer to-
talking about my girl. You had to see me dancing the other night.
Oh, it was fucking brilliant.
Fireball,
It was all about the headband.
Yes.
that poor lady.
Paul, what do you think so far?
Oh, wait.
I got a picture.
Mike has a picture.
I got a picture.
That's
Oh,
not
this
it.
shit,
Whoa!
that shit's funny. Read that. Did you read it?
What did it say?
It's a chick. It says, generally I don't speak to strangers, but can you help me fix my boat? She's in a bikini. The redneck guy says,
thought
you
you
had
had
me at General Lee.
Yeah, I saw that, yeah, I saw that.
I thought you were showing a picture. of
No, I
me
was
dancing.
showing a picture of you. This is even more brilliant. Hold on.
Yo, boy!
Oh, it's fucking perfect.
Isn't it?
Let me see.
There's you.
Separated
Sir.
separated at birth.
That's my sister.
Twinning.
Yeah, it's weird.
That's
You
fucking
got the other lady
awesome,
speaking,
man.
does she curse a
They
lot?
got the same hat on.
You know what that's called? Relative humidity.
So how did that come down? Did you like ask her nicely? To
No, he ripped it off
borrow
her fucking
lid or
head.
what?
He went over there and ripped
Well,
it off her
that's
head.
that's a legend. I want to get the actual story.
I ripped it off her head.
All right.
I said, give me that thing you got on here.
I had one drink at the bar with Hauser and I missed everything.
Oh yeah, you did.
I missed
Oh, you were
that.
not in here?
No, I was at the
Yeah.
bar drinking wines with Gus and Steve.
Sorry.
Yeah, you should
Yeah,
know
you missed all the
better.
good stuff. Look at him, he was on a train.
Oh, there's some video.
He's on a train.
Oh, it's just a live shot.
No, it's
I
serious
saw
video.
that this morning. I looked at that this morning for the first time. He made a 4-layer sandwich. That's what he did.
Oh, Brooke was fucking hammered.
Look at him.
Oh, this is,
Russia. That's fine.
Till Friday.
Get in there.
I get it.
Get in there.
Oh, Valerie's
What do you
loving
say?
on him.
What'd I do?
It would.
Oh, the hat.
He went, you know who
Hey.
on Valerie. He went Billy Bach on. He went
Hey.
Squeezer on.
Hey, you rubbed my ass, that's all I knew.
It looks like,
Oh, she was so hammered.
oh,
She hit the wall.
If Valerie had a strap on, you'd be her prison
You're
bitch
talking
right now.
Oh, that's all.
No, but it was like we were ready to go play cornhole.
Cornhole.
We cut.
Bags.
Cornhole bag.
Keep going, the camera's off.
And she said, we're good. Come over and play. And then all the next thing I know, she was ready to like fall into the table.
Oh, dang.
So are we at? So no to cornhole?
You talking about Brooke?
Yeah.
I saw a little bit more of her boobies than I expected to.
You did?
Well, she had a lot of side boob going on when
Did
she
you
was
see
out there
areolas?
grinding on Vikey, man.
Were they like coming out?
She was
peeking at
grinding
you?
on me too?
Were they peeking at you? Out the side?
She was grinding on me?
everybody.
Brooke?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Absolutely.
had like 4 or 5 of them.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
They love my hat.
They
I
call
got
them
from that
girls
shit.
grinders.
Well, they-
You guys should have been here the other night.
Yeah, she had to fucking wait in line, but
They were
she
complaining.
got her chance.
It was 2 nights ago. They were complaining about everything. Broken the wall.
Oh, my God.
Food, gas.
Because Greg got him started.
I'm like, well, what do you got? What do you
Really,
guys?
really?
I said, guys.
She had the time of her life that
I
night,
said,
man.
you guys don't even really come here a lot. You come here right before they close, you eat, and then you leave, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I said, you know, I'm getting to the source of the real anger here. It's not the party Friday night. It's the fact that they took the Mile High Pastrami off the menu. That's the real source of your anger. Right, Bobby? Did we give it to him or what?
him and Greg, they started. Greg goes, oh, Greg, you should put it online, get it online.
Fuck.
But they said something today about
What
it.
night was that? Did I miss that?
Greg motherfucked him to death on
talking
the
about?
Heron Creek website.
Sunday night. It was Sunday.
Oh, was it?
He posted saying his
Yeah, you
staff
were here.
sucks and shit like that.
Did
Oh,
you
well, he was
really?
bitching about food, yeah. He was bitching about Friday.
On Facebook?
He's bucking for another suspension.
Yikes.
He's gonna go to the principal's office again.
I've always told my kids, don't
Stop
put
when you
anything in
have
writing.
to. If it comes out, he was bringing us
Don't put
out
anything in
something.
writing.
If you-
Don't
if
put it
we're
on
out of
film
time,
about
you know what
spanking
I mean?
Patty.
Exactly.
She gets out. If not, you shut down
Worst
the
case,
house.
you can hang out and
Deniability.
leave.
Hey, tell Mark will know the initiation. Don't worry about it, babe.
But we gotta keep.
He's
that
been
private,
spanked
though.
before. Oh, is it raining?
It's coming down. It's coming down sideways.
Yeah.
Start?
Yeah.
Well, that's better.
Should've brought that umbrella.
Sideways
You
raining.
need an umbrella?
Oh, I have one in the car.
There's a bunch
I'll
of
go
them by
get
the,
your car and bring it
there's
up
a bunch
to
of them by
valet
the door
for you.
out
I left
there.
one here the other night. I never brought it home.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them by the door.
Patty, give me your keys. I'll bring your car up to valet for
Salt
you.
Lake City's cold.
Without a doubt, baby.
Oh,
Oh, fuck. Friday night.
Without
we
a
got
doubt.
obviously very drunk Friday night. Saturday, complete washout. I'm in bed all day, hungover. Cat's not feeling real good. So Sunday, we're watching some shit on our DVR, and she threw a little laundry in. And you know, sometimes there's like something. It's like just on the edge of your perception.
There was just something in your pocket.
And you don't quite catch it, and then after a while, it's like something sounds funny there. So there's like this knocking going on in the washer, and I'm like, "Fuck!"
Was it golf ball?
I bet that's my key fob, man, because I couldn't find it that day. Sure as hell, I go there and I clean everything out of the washer, and my key fob's in there. And Audi key fobs like $700 to replace those motherfuckers.
Did you put it in rice?
It was good though.
No, I did not. I got online and they explained like, you know, how to like, for God's sake, don't push one of the buttons because that
You don't
so
short
it's
it
like-
out.
yeah. So it's like, you know,
Put it in the
what they first said. First
You're not
said,
cooking
like,
dinner again, are you?
stand it. They had me stand it up like this with the paper towel underneath. First thing is just whatever water, gravity is a bitch, right? So whatever water runs out, that's a good start, and the paper towel will soak it in. So stand it for an hour, let the water run out, then open it up, take the battery out, clean the battery off good, get like compressed air and blew it out. Well, whatever, it worked the next day,
Get this on.
and it was in
Look
there
at
for like
this, huh?
15 minutes before I got it out.
Wow.
Bring it over here, Joe.
Dude,
Oh, those are the good ones.
Got some shots for you.
I forgot my beer.
That
I
is a
didn't
baby.
tell.
It's a baby
It is
beer. It's a baby
I'll
beer.
grab one.
Definitely give two to the girls
Beer.
over there.
Beach beer.
Ooh, I get the pretty one.
Yep, get the cool
I
glass.
get the pretty one. Give me that little koozie.
Mikey, you can have a pretty glass too.
Give me that koozie with those.
Thank you, thanks, Joe.
You're welcome, man.
Pike likes pretty ones
I
too.
don't know, in this bucket.
You know that one?
So the other part of the story is, this is one of my long-standing beliefs, I tell Kat this all the time. The biggest dividing line between being a kid and being an adult, when you're a kid and you do something stupid, you get in trouble, you get spanked, you get detention. When you're an adult and you do something stupid, it fucking costs you money, every time.
It does cost you money. Cause you're
Paul's
married.
gonna try that one. You got one extra?
Yeah, for Paul.
Paul's gonna try that. No, it's really good.
What I'm drinking is
It's
so good.
it's not a shot like you think.
To the
To
club.
the club.
It's good for you.
Paul, nice
Cheers.
meeting you.
Thanks, Joey. Thanks.
Hurry up with the beer.
All right, let's go.
Oh, man, that's like cream soda.
It is good.
That is nice.
Good.
You know what that tastes, you know what that tastes like?
What?
Another.
Another?
It's not bad, is it? It's yeah, it's
Thank you, Paul.
Hey, you see the feed on that, how it comes down like wine, you know?